Good evening and welcome to today's class. Thank you so much for joining. Let's just give a few minutes for other people who are yet to join in about a minute or so would begin. So thank you very much. We already have 5 people. Wow. And this is just 2 minutes to the start 2 minutes since we started, and we have 5 people already live. So thank you very much, my community people, people from the wealthy stewards shop who are here. Please, I would like us to use the comment section. Tell us where you're joining from. Tell us your name and where you're joining from. Let's show our excitement in the comment section. I'll be looking at the comment section to ensure that we are excited to be in this class. Once again, thank you so much for joining. My name is Favor Inya. So let me see. Are we typing? I'm not seeing anything yet. I'm looking forward to seeing comments. Drop your comments and say, my name is so, I'm joining from here. I'd like to meet all of you. Thank you so much for joining. So because we already have a good number of us here, we're just going to start immediately. Once again, thank you for deciding to have this class with us. I think this is the first time we are deciding to have a class on real estate. Yes. Woo! I can see your comments. Favor Alali, you're welcome. I'm so happy to see you, my wonderful community member. Thank you so much. So this is the first time we're deciding to have a class on real estate. We talk a lot about investment. If you're in the wealthy stewards community, you should already know that our community is where we talk about everything that you should know to make money, be it stocks, so be it real estate, be it anything, mutual funds, government investments, and what have you. But because we decided to partner with an amazing brand called Fragverse, we decided to open you up to other opportunities in the real estate sector or industry, right? So because I am someone who is particular about how you grow financially, how you put your money into worthwhile investments to grow. And remember, if you're very conversant and you're following our conversations in the group, you will always hear me talk about diversification, and this is one of the ways. Thank you very much. I can see Ready Belly. I can see Williams. Woo! From Aquarium. I see a lot of you. Thank you so much for joining. So we are going to talk about something very important. So if you are in this call today, if you're here, a lot of people registered though, they've not joined. I know some people are planning to come late, but because you're here on time, you are going to hear every single thing because we have an expert here from our partner, and he's here to break it down for us. How is investment in real estate beneficial for you? How can you go into investment in real estate and not lose your money? A lot of people, you already know, a lot of people have lost money in real estate. And other people feel that they need a lot of money before they go into real estate. So when they talk about real estate, they say, it's for the big guys. But I am here to tell you, in collaboration with my partner, that you can start from where you are and build a powerful portfolio in real estate. And guess what? You're not even going to build. Let me not, do spoiler for our guest that is going to speak to us. But I want you to get prepared, get your heart ready, get your pen and paper. Remember, like I promised, this is me keeping my promise. I said, what I am out to do for you is to ensure that whatever opportunities that are genuine and that are powerful outside there, you will not miss out. Because one of the problems we see is that the issue is not that people don't have money, but the fact that they have money, they don't know where to plant it for their money to go. But hello, that's why we are doing this together with Fragverse, to ensure that you're very, very informed. So please pack all the questions that you've been wanting to ask me. We have our people here to answer them one by one. So ensure that you're writing, you're taking notes, because I want, after this class, I want to be hearing, please, how can I register? I want to be, some of you were in the community where a lot of companies were paying dividends, right? We received for Okomu this week. And that's how you can also be getting dividend from real estate. This is not the one of buying land and keeping for how many years, waiting for whenever it will appreciate. No, you're not building. So please be attentive, because we are going to learn a lot without wasting much time, because I teach a lot and you people are already conversing with my face. But today we're going to meet a very new face who is going to teach us how these things are done, right? Without wasting much time, please put your hands together in the comment section. If you're not clapping enough, I'll not bring up our guests. We are people of energy, right? Yes, last week, or yeah, this week, the energy in the group was so much that people did not want to allow me rest. I was even, struggling to keep up with the communication in the group. So I need that energy now. Let our partners know that the people in Wealthy Stewards Hub are people of energy. So show me energy in the comment section while I bring up our beautiful guest, Mr. Scott. Please put your hands together for him. Celebrate him in the comments while I give him the stage to go ahead. Welcome, welcome, Mr. Scott. It's nice to have you.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good
Can you guys hear me?
evening.
Can you guys hear me clearly?
I can hear you. I want to
Hello.
believe that other people can hear you as well.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the poor lighting. I'm in the car currently, so um, that's the reason for the poor lighting. But I hope you guys can see my face a bit. Yeah. So my name is Scott Desi. I am the Business Development and Partnership Manager at Fragvest. So thank you, Coach Favor, for the beautiful introduction. She has already laid the ground and the foundation for a very smooth session and class today. So the first question that might come to your mind is, what is Fragvest? What exactly is Fragvest? What has Coach Favor been talking about for these past minutes now? So simply put, Fragvest is a real estate company, or we can also be termed as a prop tech company, and or an investment platform, also a real estate investment platform. And what we do basically is simplifying real estate investments. Now, how do we simplify real estate investments? We do that by co-ownership. Now, we focus on fractionalized real estate or co-ownership, whereby you do not need to buy the whole property. You just need to buy a share of the property. You buy the property in tokens and you can then earn from rental income from that property. Now, like Coach Favor said, you guys are already very conversant with things like stocks, shares, and all of that, especially shares. Now, this is something similar to shares. Just the way you buy shares in a company and they pay you dividends at when due, it's very similar to what we do here at Fragvest. So we break down the properties which we have into shares. You as an investor can then buy shares of that property and earn dividends at the end. So that is the simplicity and that is the ease Fragvest brings into the real estate market. So I believe first of all that is understood. So that is how we operate at Fragvest here. Now the other thing would be, why should we trust Fragvest, or why do you feel we should invest your money? Why do you feel as an investor you should invest your money with Fragvest? Well, it's very important to make investors or potential investors very secure. And at Fragvest, we have made sure that all these things are in place. Now, we know how important money is to everyone, no matter how small. The funds you work for are very important, and we at Fragvest are aware of this, and we are very cautious in making sure that your investments are in safe hands. Now, for starters, we are not working alone. We have our partners also, and our partners are licensed by SEC. That's the Security and Exchange Commission of Nigeria. They are the ones in charge of anything, um, the financial matters as it regards investments and all of that in Nigeria, and we are licensed by SEC. So for starters, we are licensed to carry out any form of investments or transactions or whatever it may be. Aside that, we also have all necessary documents from the CAT documents to SCOM and all of that. And to make sure that all investments made by our clients or investors are secured, we are in partnership with a trustee, that is STO trustees. Now, what does STO trustees do? They make sure that your funds are intact, your investments are intact. How? Now, when we buy the properties, we hand them over to the trustees, and the trustees are who take charge of those properties. So, peradventure, anything happens to Fragvest in the future, which we do not wish for, you, as the owners of the property or the shareholders of the property, can simply go to the trustee, STO trustees, and decide that okay, this is how then can we continue with our investment, or what can be done for us to get our money back. So the properties are insured with STL trustees. So your funds are insured first of all, and your property, which or the shares which you have bought, are also insured, bringing about total security of your funds and investments. So as for security, 100% secured. Fragvest has made sure of that, and there's nothing to worry about. Now, down to the process of how you can actually earn from Fragvest, because that is the essence of the class or the session today. Now, like I said, we focus on fractionalized real estate, meaning that we break down a property into shares, and from the shares, sorry, let me okay. So we break down the property into shares, and from those shares which you have purchased, you can then earn your return on investment or dividends, as the case may be. Before we go, and if you have any questions, please do well to note them down in the chat box. I would be checking from time to time to see if there are any questions in the chat box. So if you have a question, please just drop it down and I would answer any question that you have to ask. Now, so like I was saying, the shares are broken down in the property is broken down into shares or frags, like we call it, fragmentation. Thus, the name Fragvest, fragmented investments, fragments and investments. Yep. So that's it basically. Okay. All right. So you just joined. All right. So that's it. Now, this is how Fragvest operates. For example, a building costs 100 million naira. We know how cost effective it is for people who are not financially buoyant enough to afford that kind of property. 100 million naira in this economy, in the Nigerian economy, is a hell lot of money. And not everyone has that money at their disposal to invest or to buy a property. This is where Fragvest comes in. Now, Fragvest then buys the property and breaks it down into shares. And when it is broken down into shares, 10,000 shares to be precise, we then make it open on our platform or our app for people to invest. When you invest or buy shares, let's say you buy, there are 10,000 shares available. Let's say you buy like 100 shares or 200 or 1,000 or 5,000 shares, as the case may be. It is noted you have bought the shares. We then manage these properties. We do not just leave you alone after buying the shares or the property. We manage the property, we market it, we make sure that it is occupied, and we pay you your dividends at when due. That is how we operate. So, like I was saying, for example, a property costs 100 million naira. There are 10,000 shares available for that property. Thus, 100 million naira divided by 10,000. If you have your calculator, you can do that. 100 million naira divided by 10,000, I believe that will arrive at 10,000, meaning that a unit share or one unit or one share will be costing 10,000 naira. This is the type we see in piggy vests, right? No, not particularly, not particularly as similar with that as piggy vest, but I would get to that question later when I'm done with my explanation. I would read all your questions and answer them one after the other. So, like I was saying, 100 million naira, for example, is what a property costs. Divided by 10,000 shares, it arrives at 10,000, meaning that a share or units costs 10,000 naira. Now, the more shares or the more units you buy, the more shares of the property you buy or frags of the property you buy, the more percentage ownership of the property you have, and the more returns on that property you are meant to get. Now, mind you, majority of the properties we buy or we list on our platform are always listed at the pre-launch price or at the off-plan stage. About 60, 70, 80% done. They are listed on the property, listed on our platform, so that it will still be easier. The entry level for our investors will be much lower. Now, when those properties are completed, there will definitely be an increase in value because it has been completed. You do not expect a property which is at the upfront stage to be still the same price when it has been completed. When the property has been completed, there will be an increase in value, there will be an increase in the price of the property, meaning that those who invested at the off-plan price would have capital appreciation. So let's say you bought into the property when it cost 100 million naira, meaning that it was 10,000 naira per frag. When it was completed, it now cost 150 million naira, meaning 15,000 naira per frag. You can see that there is increase on your investments. So all you simply need to do is do your calculations and you know how much percent ROI you are getting on that property. Then you know what you then calculate and know how much returns you have on that property. Now I'll use one of our flagship properties of last year as a case study. The Rock Apartments, it's a two-bedroom maisonette located in Lekki Phase 1. It was going, at the off-plan price, it was going for 188 million naira, meaning that one frag or one share was going for 18,800 naira, 18,880 naira back then. That was about November, December 2024. Fast forward 4 or 5 months later, about April, May, the property price increased when it was completed. It was now going for 246,120,000 naira, meaning that a frag was going for 24,612 naira. So you can see the exponential growth. From my calculations, that was about 30 something percent thereabouts. If you have a calculator, you can bring it under the calculation. About 30 something percent, 30% thereabouts return on investment. There were people who got in at the initial stage. They had a lot of increase in their capital. There was this particular client of mine I had who invested 2 million naira. After the appreciation, he had 2.6 million naira in his on he had 2.6 million naira worth of frags already. That is aside rental income that he is getting. So that shows that first of all, what you stand to gain is capital appreciation alongside rental income. Now, for those who have invested, they have started receiving rental income. We paid out rental income for the month of October for the Rock Apartment because we had the open house. We opened it officially on the 27th of September and we started paying rent from October. So all our investors have received their dividends for October. They would also receive their dividends for this month of November when it is due. They will also receive for December when it is due. So capital appreciation, rental income, and the ability to sell your frags whenever it is due or whenever you feel like that. Those basically are the three ways you earn from Fragvest: capital appreciation, rental income, and the sale of your frags when matured. Let's say you have held on to your frags for about 10, 15 years and you feel like, okay, I think I've done my fair share and I want to let go of it. By then, your property, the shares of the property you bought will not even be the same price. They would have skyrocketed more than the way it is. Another reason why the prices of these properties will continue to skyrocket, they are in prime locations in Lagos. Like I said, our flagship property is in Lekki Phase 1. One of our other properties that we have also sold out, the Dej Apartment, was in Victoria Island. We have another in Ikota. We just launched a new one at Ikate. You know, these locations I'm calling are prime locations. They are locations that will continue to generate steady rental income for you. So this is this is This is how you stand to earn from Fragvest. Capital appreciation, rental income, and also the sale of your frags. Now, there were a lot of people who missed out on investing in the Rock apartment when it was going for 18,800 naira and the price increased to 246 million. Luckily for them, or luckily for everyone, we launched a new property last month called Maple Mills, the Maple Mills apartment. Now, the Maple Mills apartment is currently going for 15,880 naira. And in a few weeks to come, or in a few months to come, just like it was done with the Rock apartment, there would be a change in price because currently it is still at the off plan stage, about 80% done. It will soon be completed, and when it is completed, definitely the price is going to increase. For now, from our valuations done by evaluators, property evaluators, and all of that, we have estimated that that property will go from the current price of 158 m to about 210 million naira. The two bedroom apartments in that location go for from within 190, from about 200 m to about 250 m. It is a very prime location. For those who know Ikate very well, Kunsela Road to be precise, know what I'm talking about. So this is another opportunity for savvy and smart investors to get in early and first of all benefit from capital appreciation. Now, if the price goes from 15,880 naira to 21,000 naira, from my calculations, I believe that is about 31 point something percent. You can do the calculations. Now, how return on investment calculation is done is the new price minus the old price all over the old price times 100. And if I'm correct, it's about 30 something percent thereabouts. Whoever does it should drop the correct answer in the chat box. So the new price minus the old price, the new price is 21,000 minus the old price, that is 15,880 naira, all over 15,880 naira times 100. If I'm not wrong, the answer is about 31 point something percent thereabouts. So that is going to be the percent of returns you are going to be getting on that apartment. Now, someone asked a question: what is the return on investment in a year? Very wonderful question, and we'll also get into that. Now, on our app or on our platform, we cap the percentages of returns depending on the property. Now, for the Rock apartment, it has about 13% return on investment per year or in 1 year. And for the new property we have, Maple Muse, has about 10% return on investment in a year. Sorry, there's another question. Okay, thank you, Prophet Chinedu Joseph. 32%. Very correct. So you see, I wasn't too far out. 32%. There's gonna be 32% return on investment if you get in early. If you can tell me five investments that will give you 32% in a space of 4 to 5 months, I'll wait. Tell me an investment that can give you that in that time period. Let's see. Okay, you said you can liquidate your frags when mature. How long does it take to mature? And it cannot be bought now on the NGX platform. Okay, I would answer this after I've answered the question on what is the return on investment in a year. So let me answer that first of all. So like I said, for the Rock apartments, about 13%, and for the Maple Muse apartment, which is the new one at Ikati, there's a 10% return on investment capped on it. Now, let me give a little breakdown. For the Rock apartment, which has about 13% returns, that property is used for shortlets. Now, and the apartment is used for shortlets, and we have capped it that it will have about 150,000 naira per night. 150,000 naira per night when giving out to clients for shortlets. Now, we have also given an occupancy rate of 60%, a 60% occupancy rate, that is about in a month. That's about 18 out of 30 days. 18 out of 30 days. Now, 150,000 naira for 18 out of 30 days. That will arrive at about 2.7 million naira thereabouts, divided by 10,000 because there are 10,000 frags available. I think that will arrive about 270 naira or so. So 270 naira times any amount of frags you bought. Let's say you have 100 frags, you do the multiplication. Let's say you have 500 frags or 1,000 frags. So that is how the dividends calculation is also done. Then when you do it for a whole year, you know how much you are getting. You can then also go forward and calculate the difference, and then you then confirm what is the percentage returns. Like I said, 13%. Also, for our Maple Muse apartment, we intend on using that as a shared apartment, but rent will be paid on a monthly basis. So, mind you, all these rents are always paid on a monthly basis for the Rock apartment and also for the new apartment, the Maple Muse apartment, which will be launching. Rental income will be paid on a monthly basis. So I hope that answers your question as it regards what is the return on investment in 1 year. If you have any other question or if you're not satisfied with the answer, please let me know. Okay, you said you can liquidate your frags when mature. How long does it take to mature? And it cannot be bought now on the NGX platform. Now, how long does it take for your frags to mature? For starters, anyone who buys into the new property like the Maple Muse has to wait for a 7 months period. Why? Because the property is still at the off-plan stage. So when you buy your frags in the new property, you cannot sell in the first 7 months of when you bought because the property first of all needs to be completed. Then we give 6 months for completion and an extra 1 month for furnishing and all of that because it has to be furnished to taste. It's meant to be used for short letter and all of that. So you understand. 7 months for the new property. Although for the Rock apartment we give about 6 months thereabout, but for this property we'll be giving 7 months. Excuse me, we'll be given a 7 months time frame. 6 months for the finishing of the property and an additional 1 month for furnishing. When that is done, if you choose that you want to sell off your frags, you can do such. Or if you feel that you want to leave it and start start earning rental income because it is after that period, that waiting period, that rental income will start coming in. You understand? So that's it basically. Then no, it is not listed on the NGX platform. It is only listed on our app, Fragvest app, or also on our web app. These are real properties. They are not shares or stocks per se. It's a real property which is broken down into shares. I hope you understand. Okay, you want to let us in on who your partners are and how do we buy frags? Okay, all right. So our partner is Stenic Advisory. Stenic Advisory is a financial institution. They focus on capital management and all of that, anything financial management. Stenic Advisory, STHENIC Advisory. They are our sole partners. Then our trustees, like I stated earlier, STL Trustees. So for those who want to check them out, you can just Google it and you'll see their website. For our partners, our primary partners, Stenic Advisory, STHENIC Advisory. For our trustees, STL trustees. Then we also work with some um, legal firms also for the legal documentation. Now, going on for the legal aspect, there are certain documents you are going to get after a purchase of a frag is done. Like I said, this is real estate, this is property you are buying. You are not just buying anything. It's not as though you are buying shares of Orlando, or let's say you are buying shares of Coca-Cola or anything, you are buying into a property. So you're going to be getting a co-ownership document. You're also going to be getting an agreement stating that um you are in ownership of this property with several other persons. So the documents are on the app. When you have purchased your frags, the documents will come out. You can go through them. You sign, you append your signature where necessary, and it will be saved on the app. So everything is done via app basically. It's fast, it is seamless, and it is very easy to navigate and to use. So that's for the legal aspect. Okay. Okay, hope we have not missed out. No, luckily you have not missed out. Yes, one frag costs 15,880 naira. Now, our initial plan is after we sell out 30% of our frags, 30% of the property, the price is going to increase. Luckily, there are still frags available at the pre-launch price of 15,818 naira. So whoever gets in early enough will then get to benefit from capital appreciation when the price increases to 21,000 naira. I hope that answers your question. So it is not too late. There's still time to invest and benefit from future capital appreciation. So for now, I believe I have touched on everything I would like to touch on. So if there are any other questions, please flood me with your questions now so that I can answer to your satisfaction. So for I'll be waiting for more questions. I'll be waiting for more questions. Okay, so how do we buy frags? Okay, someone asked, okay, how do we buy frags? Now it's very simple. Like I said, we're a prop tech company, meaning that we have an app. Our app is on Play Store. Our app is also on the App Store. Oh, nice. Our app is on Play Store and app is also on the App Store. So all you have to do for iPhone users, you open your App Store. For the Android users, you open your Play Store and you simply type in Fragvest. The app comes out, you download it. Now you have to sign up. The sign up process is not rigorous at all. You sign up and there is a special code, a referral code that is going to be shared to each and every one of you. A referral code which you are meant to use to sign up to get necessary bonuses. Okay, I'll also speak on the bonuses we have available on our app. So without our referral code, you will not benefit from those bonuses. You must use your referral code. After that is done, you browse through our properties. We have sections, your property portfolio, and all of that. In the property portfolio, you then see all the properties we have. Like I said, the Rock apartment we have going for 24,600 naira. The new apartment Maple Muse going for 15,880 naira. We have the sliced homes. It's going for about 5,000 naira per share although. Then we have some other off-plan properties and the sold out property there. But the flagship property which we are aiming and pushing for all our investors now is the Maple Mills apartments because that is the new property on ground and that is how you are going to earn from capital appreciation and rental income. Okay, this is new. I know about buyback plans. Okay, this is in no way a buyback plan, please. This is not excuse me, a buyback plan. No, 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 no. Buyback plan is something very different from this. This is fractionalized real estate. It's co-ownership. Buyback, I don't even want to go into that, but it's something very, very different from what we are doing here at Fragvest. Okay, I think there's one more question. Okay, so like I said earlier, we have two major partners. Our major partner is Stenic Advisory. Stenic Advisory is a financial institution. Stenic, STHENIC Advisory. You can check them out. And also for our trustees, STL trustees. So they are the trustees that manage the property. Now, how long has this investment been in operation? Okay, Fragvest has been in operation for about 3 years now. Yeah, for about 3 years now. So we have been around for a while, and I can assure you that we're going to be around for a very long time because we know what we are doing, and our investors and our clients love what we are doing. They are keying in every day and they are seeing the rewards of their investments definitely. So we have been around for about 3 years now, and you expect to see us here in the next 3 decades and even more. All right. So, like I said, is Fragvest in the capital market? No, we are not. Okay, so like I said, for the new property we have, our bonus is for purchases made. We have cashbacks available. Now, for anyone who invests 100,000 naira and above, is going to get a cashback. There's a cashback attracted to any investment from 100,000 naira and above. And I think 5% cashback. Yes, 5% cashback on any um, um, any investment made from 100,000 naira and above. And there is also, okay, there's another question here. Okay, our office is in Ikoyi. Our office is in Ikoyi in Dolphin Estates. Yes, our office is at Ikoyi in Dolphin Estates. Yep. So there's a cashback available, and there is also a Black Friday that we'll be having going on anytime soon, whereby anyone who buys or invests in frags, anyone who buys or invests in frags, um, will have a discount. There'll be a discounted rate on all our frags during our Black Friday week. Okay, can you please drop the trustees and partners in the comment section so that we can check them out after this section? All right, let me do that very quickly. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, this is redirecting me to YouTube. Oh, okay. How can I go about this now? Can you guys still hear? Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Thank you, Coach Favor. Stenic Finance and Advisory Limited. Yes. Then our trustees are STL trustees. So, like I said, you can look them up. Just go through their website, and yeah, that's it. So I need more questions, please. If there is any question you have bothering you, if you joined late, please let me know so that I can also um, answer whatever thing you have. How does investment in Fragvest guarantee? Sorry, Evian, I don't actually understand your question. How does investment in Fragvest guarantee? Sorry, please, can you rephrase your question? Let me have a better understanding of what you are trying to talk about. If you're asking if the investment is guaranteed, it is. I've spoken on this already. First of all, we are licensed by the SEC, that's the Security and Exchange Commission. Okay, I would come again with the cashback. So we are licensed by SEC, that is the Security and Exchange Commission. Hold on, please. I want to cut my camera for a bit to attend to something, but I will still be speaking. Okay, so we are licensed by SEC, that is the Security and Exchange Commission. So that, first of all, um, assures that all your investments are secured. Then also, like I stated, we work with a trustee, so the investments are insured. Your money is insured and the property is also insured. So when we buy the property, it is handed over to the trustees and they then manage it. So peradventure anything happens to Fragvest in the future, you as investors can always fall back to the trustees and know what the way forward is with the investment. So I don't know if this answers your question. If not, please rephrase the question. Let me have a better understanding of it. So who are you in Fragment, the CEO or a realtor? Okay, so like I said during my opening remarks, I am the business development and partnership manager at Fragvest. I'm the business development and partnership manager at Fragvest. And my name is Scott Desi. Are there more questions? Okay, I think someone asked me a question before concerning something. Okay, can you explain the cashback again? Okay, yes. All right, so let me explain. Can we get can we get your profile? I will attend to that. I'm coming. Okay, the cashback process. Now let me explain the cashback process again. Now this here is how it works. Now for new users, you can earn a cashback on your first investment if it is made within the period of 14 days of sign up. So let's say you sign up today or you sign up tomorrow. So within the first 14 days, if you make an investment, you are eligible to have a sign up bonus. You're going to have a sign up bonus or a cashback. You can earn cashback within the first 14 days of you signing up and investing. So if it exceeds that for the first 14 days, then there is no cashback for you. Then also there's going to be a 5,000 naira cashback when your investment threshold is about 100,000 naira and above. So let's say you invest 100,000 naira to 50k or thereabouts, 200k, and there's 5,000 naira cashback to you. If you then choose to reinvest that cashback that is given to you, you will enjoy a 2% additional cashback. Do you understand? Then I also mentioned something about 30 December. So during the 30 December period, um, users can get up to like a 2% cashback on all investments done within that week or within that period of the 30 December. So that's it basically concerning the cash back. I hope you guys understand what the cashback is all about now. My name is Scott Desi. Scott, Scott Desi. Scott Desi. That's my name. So do you mean if I invest 100,000 naira, you will credit my account with 5k that I can choose to withdraw? No, you cannot withdraw the cashback, first of all. So if let's say you invest 100,000 naira, the cashback will be paid into your Fragvest account, your Fragvest wallet. Then you can then choose to either reinvest the cashback or but you cannot withdraw that cashback. So you can either choose to, you just have to reinvest the cashback or you leave it there and when maybe peradventure you sell off your frags, but that initial cashback that is given to you at that period cannot be withdrawn. So you have to reinvest the cashback. Do you understand? So that's it. The 5k cashback is going to be paid into your it's going to be paid into your Fragvest Fragvest wallet. More questions if there are any, please.
Please, Scott, confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you very much for that great work you did in explaining um, everything we need to know about FragVest, and as well as how we can get on board. Please, we have very limited time to stay on the call. If you have any question, is there any question that you've not attended to, please?
I don't think there is any. I think I've answered every question.
Okay, so someone is asking, okay, please, can we just drop all our questions at once so that he can take all of them and then we'll call it a day for today. So someone is asking you to explain how the referral works.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, just hold on. Let me. Okay. Okay, let me read the question. Explain the referral. Okay, can I reinvest the cashback? Yes, definitely you can reinvest the cashback. Explain the referral. Now, the referral system, everyone who registers on FragVest, who has an account on FragVest, has his or her own unique referral code. So there's a referral code available to everyone, and you can choose to refer whoever you wish, your friends and your family members, and there is a referral bonus attached to anyone who you refer and invest. So let's say you refer a friend and your friend invests, you have a 4% commission on whatever investment that friend or that family member made. So let's say your friend invests 100,000 naira, you're going to get 4% of that 100,000 naira into your account. Your progress wallet, and that is withdrawn to your bank account. You have to link your bank account directly to your Finvest app, your Finvest account, and you can withdraw that commission into your account. So that's it for the referral structure. I'm not convinced. What are you not convinced about, Prophet Chinedu Joseph? I want to make you convinced now. So what are you not convinced about?
So I think some of us are hearing this for the first time. So most likely we would need some time to digest some of these things as we keep making emphasis on them. So it's I'm not surprised if someone says he's not convinced. I'm not expecting that everybody should be convinced on the call. He may not be convinced, but definitely there are other people who feel that this is something worthwhile and they should go into. And I believe that other people would be doing a rethink. Definitely they've got details. Like I always say on our platform, one of the main thing you look out for when you want to sign up with a broker or with any investment platform is that they are registered with SEC. So if RagVest is registered with SEC, it means that your investment is not fully with FragVest. It is stored with SEC. And that's what I usually explain as well when we are buying shares. You're buying from Bamboo, buying from Chaka, Optimus, and all of that. Just know that at the end of the day, your stocks are stored with SEC. Your investment in Fragvest as well is stored in SEC, right? So take your time and do all the research that you can. Like I always say, regardless of the fact that this is coming from us, we're putting this to you. I always still refer us to doing our research before we make investments. So feel free as much as you can to make all the research that is required for you and then make your decision. But the bad thing I'm going to that I may want to do, which I will not do, is to see an opportunity like this that will be very beneficial to you and decide to gatekeep it. So it is open to all of us. The replay will also be available. Go over it over and over again, go over the questions, go over the answers that Mr. Scott has given, and make your decision. At the end of the day, you decide. I remember when we were talking about Okomu oil and different other investments, plenty people did not buy. When the market was a bit down, plenty people did not buy. When the market was a bit down, A lot of people were crying. I said, buy, and if you're buying, buy strategically, buy gradually, buy slowly. Don't buy suddenly. Buy gradually. Buy slowly.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I don't know if it's the issue is from my end. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay, I think she's having some technical issues. Okay, let me just answer a few questions that are here. Can you guys hear me? Please, if you can hear me, just indicate in the comment section. Okay. So you can hear me. Coach Phil, please, can you speak so that we can confirm? We can't hear you. What is going on? Okay, so before she comes back, before she sorts out the issues she's having, let me just answer the few questions that are here. Okay, so let me just answer the few questions that are here. Okay, I think it starting from here. What is the lowest amount you can invest with? Now, the lowest amount you can invest with is a frag or a share. So you can buy one share. Let's say you're buying for the Rock apartment, that's 24,600. And let's say you're buying for the Maple Muse property, that is 15,818 naira. So the lowest you can invest is a share or a frag. So you can choose to invest one or more as the case may be for maximum returns on investment. Now, the second question is based on inconsistency on trust issues in Nigeria, how can we trust and believe Fragvest is real? Now, here's what I have to tell you. Fragvest is into real estate, and real estate is by far the surest investment ever created. Now, people might have their doubts based on what is happening in Nigeria, based on what has been happening in the real estate sector per se, but that does not also still deny the fact that there are assured and verified real estate investments available, and Fragverse is one of them. Like she also mentioned, we are backed by SEC. We are not only backed by SEC, we have our SCOM certificate, which is the Special Crimes Unit Against Money Laundering. We have that certificate, and we also have trustees, like I have said, STL trustees, who are in charge of the property and the investments. So whatever investment you are making is not in our possession, it is in the possession of the trustees. So that first of all is an insurance we have. That first of all is an insurance that we have put in place to make sure that our investors' money is not going anywhere. I don't know how many of you are very conversant with the stock market. The stock market in Nigeria crashed a few days ago, 2 days ago or thereabouts. Coach Trevor, am I correct? There was a big loss in the stock market, right? About a trillion naira or so. Am I correct? But there was a whole lot of money being lost. Now, even with that, people still have trust in the stock market. People are still buying stocks. People are still investing. Fragvest has over time proven that we can be trusted. Like I said, dividends have been paid to our investors for the previous months. Those who invested at the early stages of the Rock Apartments have gotten their capital appreciation. So what else is there? People who have placed withdrawals on our app have received whatever funds they have withdrawn. So if all these are not signs of trustworthiness, then I do not know what is. So, like Coach River said, the onus still lies on you to do your research. Research is very key. Due diligence is very key. If you're having the fear of, okay, what happens to the building? What if the building um, is going to be destroyed by the government based on what has been happening, what we're seeing, the demolitions and all of that? All documentations are in place. First of all, you need your building permits to build in Nigeria. I don't know how many of you do know that, especially in Lagos. Building permit is intact. This is a very the title of the property, first of all, is secured. It is a a strong title. All necessary documentations are in place to make sure that the building is not going to be tampered with by anyone, stating or also showing that your investment is in safe hands. So we go the extra mile. We do our own due diligence at Fragvest first of all. Like I said, we also have our legal team, our legal partners who do extensive work to make sure that all documentation and everything are in place before we bring these investments out to the public. So I hope this also answers your question. I think there's one more question. And all these properties are listed in app with their amount of shares. Yes. So the amount of shares are stated there. You would see it on the app. Then the amount of shares available for purchase is also stated there. Trying to see if there's any other question. I think that's all for now. So if anyone has any other question, time is already fast spent. Do your due diligence. Like I said, you can go on our website, fragvest.com, check us out or download our app and take a look at the app. Also, our partners, they have been put here already. Stenic Finance and Advisory, and also our trustees, STL trustees. Do your due diligence on them and make your conviction of what you're going to do. But like Coach Favor said, the only wrong she would do is seeing a good investment as such and not bringing it to you, her loved community. So thank you very much. I don't know, Coach Favor, are you active now? You're active, but we cannot hear you. We still cannot hear you. We still cannot hear you. Okay, just type whatever you want to type on the chat box since nobody can hear you so that we know what the next line of action is. So more details will be shared. If for those looking for, let's say you need proof of anything, I would relay all those to Coach Favor and she would share with you guys on the community, or whoever is not on the community can Coach Favor will make a way for you to reach out to her, and maybe via email they can send you maybe she can reach out to you via email and get you any kind of reassurance you're looking for, whether it be proof of payments made to our investors or whatever it may be, and we can make you convinced at that point. Okay, I think Coach Favor is trying to join again, so that um let's know if we're calling this class or calling it a day. All right, so Coach Favor has stated that we can call it a wrap. Okay, stock is different from this. All we want to know is that if we invest, how guaranteed is our money is. I believe everyone here is ready to invest if they are convinced that their money is safe. So, like I have stated, your funds are very, very safe. They are licensed by SEC for starters. Your funds are insured with a trustee, STL trustees. So that is security enough for not only your funds but also the property. So if anything is going to happen to the property or frag vest or anything, you always have the ability of reaching out to STL and laying any complaints whatsoever with them, and necessary solutions will be provided. So thank you very much, everyone, and do have a blessed evening. Good night.